Hey everybody, this is Peter with Cooking with Peter. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of the best New York steaks you've ever had, and we're going to be using the Ninja Woodfired Grill to cook the steak. I'm excited. Let's get started. I'm using my original Ninja Woodfired Grill, and this is the unit that has the probe. I'm going to be using that in the steak in a few minutes. To set up the grill, I'm going to set the setting to grill. I'm going to press to ignite the pellets. You can see that it's ignited. It's on high. I'm going to set the timer for about 30 minutes for now. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put the pellets into the unit, close it down, and now just press start. It's going to ignite, heat up for about 15 minutes. The initial smoke is going to go, and it's going to get rid of the bad smoke, and then we'll be ready. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for us and about 10 seconds for you. Okay, for the ingredients today, we have this fantastic looking New York strip steak. I bought this at Costco. It's about 2 inches in diameter. And I'm going to be using some olive oil to put on the steak, both sides. And then I'm going to be using this prime seasoning from Kinder's. There's some other seasonings you could use. This is one that's just called the blend. You could be using the blend. If you're not cooking the steak on the wood-fired grill, you could use this one from Kinder's, and it's called mesquite, salt, and pepper. And this is really good. It gives it a nice smoky flavor. And I would use this one if I was cooking indoors or on just a regular grill. But today, I'm not using that one. I'm going to be using this one, which is the prime steak seasoning. All we need to do is put a little bit of olive oil. And by the way, I patted the steak dry when I took it out of the package. So a little bit of olive oil on the steak just to make it a little moist. And you want to do this on all sides. So flip it over. A little bit of olive oil over here too. Just like that. Okay, I'm using this Kinder's prime steak seasoning. This one has salt, pepper, garlic, some truffles, and I'm going to be seasoning the steak liberally with the seasoning. Now you may think I'm using too much. I'm not. One of the reasons why steaks don't taste great sometimes is because people don't use enough seasoning, and especially on a thick steak like this, the seasonings really need to get into the meat, season all sides, including the ends, so your steak will taste fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to let that sit for a little while, but you know I'm using the wood-fired grill that has the probe. But even so, I'm doing that just to be on the safe side. I'm going to be using my own probe that has a Bluetooth wireless, and I'm going to put the probe right into the middle of the steak. I'm pretty much aiming for right there. You see the middle? So I'm going to come in the middle of the steak and push this down to right about the middle here. And I can feel that. It's right there. The reason I'm doing this is because I trust the Ninja Woodfire Grill probe, but I don't trust it. So I'm going to use this one. It's going to connect to my phone, and I'll be able to watch the steak as the temperature comes up to the temperature that I want. We'll be right back. Okay, we're ready to put the New York steak on the Ninja Wood-Fired Grill. The unit has gone through its preheat, and the initial smoke has gone through and has gotten rid of the acrid smoke. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the second probe into the steak. I'm going to put it in right towards the middle, right up through here. And I'm going to come over here and press manual setting, right here, manual. And I'm going to lower the temperature down to about 132. So I'm just going to watch it, and we'll get to the right temperature, because I have 2 probes in here. I have the Ninja one, and I have my ThermoPro probe as well. And I have this one set up to let me know on my phone that it's at 132. So we'll let it go. We'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes when it's time to flip, and we'll come show you that. Be right back. Okay, so I set up the manual temperature to be at 135 degrees. That's what I'm after. And so I'm just going to hit that. And now we're heading to 135. The current temperature is 49 degrees. That's the temperature of the meat. I'm also going to be watching that on my ThermoPro probe. So I have two probes inside the grill. One is the Ninja and the other one is the ThermoPro. So when this gets to temperature or it's time to flip, we'll come back out and show you the meat. Guys, this is why I use two probes. This one is showing the current temperature at 76 degrees, and this one is showing the temperature at 101. I'm following this one more than I am the Ninja probe. Now it's time to turn this steak over, and that looks great. And now I'm going to just shut it back down, and we're going to be watching this ThermoPro, and I want it to get up to about 132 to 135, and then we're going to pull the steak. But look at the difference here. You can see this is at 100, and this is showing 78. This one is going to be more accurate. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay guys, our ThermoPro is showing the temperatures at 134. I want it to go to 132 to 135. But look down here, you can see the Ninja is saying it's only at 111. If I relied upon the Ninja thermometer, I would be having very overcooked steak. So, it's ready to come out. Now we're going to take this steak inside and we're going to let it rest for about 5 or 10 minutes. Let all the juices get back into the steak and we'll be ready to go. So come with me inside and we'll show you the rest. Okay guys, I just pulled the steak off of the grill and I'm just going to put this piece of foil on top of the steak. I'm going to let it sit there for about 5 or 10 minutes, allow the juices to come back into the steak, and then we'll start cutting into it and let you see how it looks. Okay guys, I've been roasting some tomatoes. I'm going to be using for the steak. You can see that I have those ready. They look great. I'll just put these over here and we will use them on the steak in just a few minutes. Okay everybody, we've let the steak rest with the foil on top. I wanted to show you the temperature. I'm looking for 132 to 135, and you can see that we were right there. 135, 136, great temperature for the steak. Now I'm just going to cut a bit of the steak for you so you can see just how the steak is going to turn out. So let me do that. And that's exactly how I like my steaks to be, just like that. What do you think? You think it looks good? Hope you do. I also love that this Woodfire Grill gives me a very nice crust on the steak. I love that. I'm going to set the steak right back here on the plate. Whoops. Back over here. There we go. Let me move this one out of the way for us. Now, just for some decoration, I have some roasted tomatoes that I'm going to set right there. One other thing you want to do with your steaks always is, while they're hot, put a little bit of butter on the steak, and that'll melt over the steak and give it a super nice steakhouse flavor. And the other thing I want you to do with your meats, or your steaks in particular, is to use a little salt. Now we put a lot of salt on the steak to begin with, but I'm telling you, once you cut the steak, just put a little bit of salt on top and you will see how this steak is amazing in flavor with just a little bit of the salt right there, okay? If you ask a restaurant what is their most favorite spice, and they're all gonna tell you salt. And that's what makes restaurant food taste really, really good. Okay, hope you enjoyed the steak, and I want to give a few shout outs today for great people who are watching the videos. And I want to say hello to Melissa in Alabama. Melissa, thank you very much for watching the videos and for telling us that you are watching in your comments. Carolyn in Asheville, North Carolina. Lisa in Ohio. Robert, Miami, Florida. Shirley, Mesa, Arizona. Zippy and Ollie in San Diego, and Sal in San Diego. Thank you very much for your comments and letting us know where you're watching the videos from. I also want to say thank you so much to all of you who have been subscribing. More subscribers than we ever imagined having in just 2 months of being on YouTube. We're now approaching 200, and we're going to continue to rise from there. Beyond that, we have thousands of people watching these videos. It is just unbelievable for me to know that. And I hope you're all getting some good information from it. Do us a favor, please, and subscribe to the videos. It really helps us out. Leave a comment and let us know where you're watching the videos from. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the steaks, and we'll see you next time.